and welcome to this introduction about what you can do when you're facing bankruptcy. It's not a very nice topic, because when you start a company or when you're having a company, you hope, of course, that it will last for very long, or maybe that you can even sell it. But unfortunately, the average lifespan of a company is extremely declining in the recent decades. In the 70s, the average lifespan of a company was approximately 35 years. Currently, it's only 20 years in average. And they expect that in 5 to 10 years from now, the average lifespan of a company is 5 to 10 years, maybe 15. This is mainly due to the exponential growth of technological innovation. It is way harder to keep up with the competition. This world is changing faster and faster. But of course, that's not the only reason why you can go for bankrupt. So what causes bankruptcy for startups? The main reasons I discussed in another video, and the link is down below. But for companies who are in business a little bit longer, the main reason is having lack of cash flow. And this can be because of lack of funding, maybe not making enough revenue. It can be that customers pay too late or don't pay at all. Or it can be that you grow too fast. And that's right, you can even go bankrupt when you grow too fast. In 2008, one of my companies had a growth of 15% per year, which is quite good. But actually it can be fast, especially, as in our case, as 2 customers suddenly dropped out. And at that moment, 70% of our turnover was outstanding at our debtors. And the bank, you know, the institute that only gives you money when you don't need it anymore, they backtracked a commitment that they would refinance us, also because of the crisis of 2008. So we really had a serious problem. We couldn't pay the salaries anymore, couldn't pay the rent, so actually it was time to file for bankruptcy. But not yet, because in these kind of situations you have to stay calm, make a plan. And the first thing you do is you make a forecast and you see if you can still make profit. So I made this plan, and yes, we made profit, so I could make a repayment plan. And to do that, we divided our creditors in 3 categories. One category were the creditors where we hoped to get an arrangement with. Maybe pay them later or pay them every month a little bit. And then we had creditors that we had to pay because if not, they would stop their services, like the telecom provider, for example. And the third group was the group of suppliers that maybe we could have a payment agreement, but they would get in problem themselves. And after that, we started to talk with every supplier. And most of suppliers were very sympathetic with the situation. Of course, they didn't like it, but they also didn't want us to go bankrupt, because we make them have turnover. So they really were thinking with us, like, what can we do? What is the best solution? In the recent decades, I was involved with near bankruptcies or bankruptcies. But in most of the cases, it's possible when you have an open dialogue with your suppliers and try to find a solution which benefits both of you. Because nobody benefits when a company goes bankrupt. Your suppliers are willing to help you, usually. And maybe not all of them, but a lot. So is it that easy to avoid bankruptcy? No, of course not. It's always a combination of factors. Of course you have to cut costs, if possible. Of course you can try to ask your customer to pay faster, or to pay in advance maybe. Everything for the cash flow. Cash flow is king. Or, as they say, cash is king. But you also, very important, have to be transparent to your employees. And yes, in the beginning they will be a little bit afraid, they will be scared. But maybe, as in my case, also they can come up with very innovative solutions to avoid bankruptcy. But the most important thing as an entrepreneur is not to panic. Stay calm. Try to solve the situation. Wild panic will do no good. Most of the time there's a solution. So be you, stay calm, and keep on learning.